Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back after a whole week of festivities and fun times with your family and friends. And it's also the time when we uh, need to, do a little bit of introspection about what all happens with us and what all happened within us, maybe in the past days also, and keep learning from these experiences. But today, I decided to literally go by what radical is guiding me and what is the guidance that was needed for this whole group. All of us who are here collectively in that one consciousness. So, what I got was today CR15, that is right honor chakra. So, what does it mean? It means rising beyond the shame into an area and a space of self respect. Correct. So let's revisit a time when you felt ashamed or maybe guilty or humiliated or simply unworthy. There have been occasions, right? We have all gone through it, and maybe even now sometimes we carry this feeling once in a while. But the idea is not to relive the pain, but to reclaim the power that moment quietly carried, the brilliance that we didn't see at that time. You see, every experience of dishonor, in every experience of dishonor, there is a hidden invitation. An invitation to honor yourself beyond the society labels, beyond your past expectations from yourself and others, and beyond the silent conditioning that told you to go back into a shell or to shrink yourself or to diminish your light. That's not the idea. So each of us has walked through such moments. All of us have. It was not as a punishment. Today we can look back and say to that. It was not as a punishment but as a preparation. I'm sure there are many occasions which happened in the past, and today when you look back, you understand that, oh, okay, because of this, I have become, maybe elevated myself further because it was put towards you as a challenge. So, to awaken honor, not as a title given by others, but that requires us to understand that whatever happens to us, that is creating a rise of a vibration within us for us to claim ourselves, honor ourselves, respect ourselves, bring about our self esteem to a position where it is cherished by me first. Now, let's take an example here. Let's look at your childhood. So, as a young child, I've given this example many times. You were in a school performance, right? And when you went on stage or in front of the class, your classmates laughed. The teacher didn't say anything, she just kind of said, oh my God. Now, maybe the oh my God was towards the children's laughter or making fun. But what happened? Because of that, for years, maybe even till now, there is a memory that tells you don't be seen. If you get seen, you will be laughed at. Or if you say something, people will mock you. Right? But the truth is, That moment wasn't meant to hide your light, I would call it. It was meant to teach you that your worth does not depend on some applause. Your worth depends on what and who you are, or you choose to be. That was supposed to have been the learning, but look what we carry with us: the fear, the shame, the guilt, maybe the regret. And in the process, we lose our self respect, self esteem, self worth, self honor, you name it, just by one laughter of the children in school. Then there are unspoken regrets, which lead to guilt. We are all people who have children, and maybe today some of them are grown up, but some may still have children who are young. So, as a parent, perhaps you missed important events in their life, and that carries a quiet guilt that makes you believe that you have failed as a parent. The reasons could have been very strong for you that time not to be able to contribute or participate in your child's life. Many kinds of pressures are there. Maybe you depended on others to take care of it and it didn't happen the way you thought. So that guilt remains and you feel that you have failed. But what was the guilt's higher purpose? The guilt's higher purpose was to awaken responsibility, not self punishment, to help you understand that it is now time for me to show up with deeper love and presence. That could have been done or can still be done. The children may say, "What are you doing now? We don't need all this." But quiet participation, comfort participation in their life, even today, would change a lot of things without making it look like an interference if they have grown up. So don't carry the guilt. It was part of the learning that had to happen at that point of time. Then there is humiliation and unworthiness. Let's look at it from a work point of view, professional point of view. Someone loses a job and for unfair reasons. And all that that person hears are whispers of failure. What happens? The humiliation settles in, and that leads to unworthiness. But that event was not about rejection, it was life and the universe saying, "You are meant to create better things, better options after going through your trial by fire. You are meant to rise above all this, not conform to it and become and feel a failure." It can happen at the home place also. I mean, I just gave an a professional example for this. So remember that these moments do not define us, they refine us. They are invitations for what? To revive our truth, to recognize our worth, to realign with our higher values, to reorient towards love, and reposition ourselves in the divine scheme of things. Yeah? So today, let's go back to the basics and do some R5 for my honor. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. And as you breathe in gently, place your hand on your heart. Feel the heartbeats resonating and pulsating to every thought, feeling, emotion that you are now going to express through affirmations. And feel the gentle pulsing. Keep your hand at your heart only. Breathe in self-worth, self-acknowledgement, self-recognition. And breathe out all the shame, guilt, unworthiness, humiliation. Breathe in your belief in yourself and breathe out all those thoughts, feelings, emotions that have made you feel stuck and stagnant, not allowing you to move forward. Breathe in honor and integrity and breathe out all the stresses, worries, frustrations. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Return to normal breathing. Invoke your healing masters, healing guides, healing angels, your higher consciousness, radical consciousness, love consciousness, prosperity consciousness, your teachers, mentors, gurus, and guides. Be in gratitude and gratefulness to them for making you understand and see what it is that needs to be in your space for you to move forward, being guided by them on your path to fulfill your life's journey as you connect to the superconsciousness and the prime resource energy. Collect all your personal thoughts and feelings and energies wherever they are disintegrated in the universe. See them entering you, centering you, integrating you. And when you feel centered, take another deep breath and recite with me or after me. I archive my divine right to be honored for who I am. I archive my divine right to be honored for who I am. IR5, my divine right to be honored for who I am. IR5, my inner strength that rises above shame and guilt. IR5, my inner strength that rises above shame and guilt. IR5, my inner strength that rises above shame and guilt. IR5, my capacity to honor my story no matter how it unfolded. IR5, my capacity to honor my story no matter how it unfolded. IR5, my capacity to honor my story no matter how it unfolded. IR5, my courage to transform embarrassment into empowerment. IR5, my courage to transform embarrassment into empowerment. IR5, my courage to transform embarrassment into empowerment. IR5, my grace to receive honor with humility and joy. IR5, my grace to receive honor with humility and joy. IR5, my grace to receive honor with humility and joy. IR5, my worthiness that never depended on others' validation. IR5, my worthiness that never depended on others' validation. IR5, my worthiness that never depended on others' validation. IR5, my perception of dishonor as a teacher of self-respect. IR5, my perception of dishonor as a teacher of self-respect. IR5, my perception of dishonor as a teacher of self-respect. IR5, my inherited beliefs that glorified shame and silence. IR5, my inherited beliefs that glorified shame and silence. IR5, my inherited beliefs that glorified shame and silence. IR5, my right to walk in dignity, glory, and divine esteem. IR5, my right to walk in dignity, glory, and divine esteem. IR5, my right to walk in dignity, glory, and divine esteem. IR5, my readiness to honor my emotions without judgment. I archive my readiness to honor my emotions without judgment. I archive my readiness to honor my emotions without judgment. I archive my freedom to express my truth without fear of humiliation. I archive my freedom to express my truth without fear of humiliation. I archive my freedom to express my truth without fear of humiliation. I archive my understanding that past shame was a lesson in self-value. I archive my understanding that past shame was a lesson in self-value. I archive my understanding that past shame was a lesson in self-value. I archive my ability to transform low esteem into radiant self-regard. I archive my ability to transform low self-esteem into radiant self-regard. I archive my understanding, my ability to transform low self-esteem into radiant self-regard. I archive my relationship with honor as a secret mirror of self-love. I archive my relationship with honor as a secret mirror of self-love. I archive my relationship with honor as a sacred mirror of self-love. I archive my power to restore prestige and pride to my purpose. I archive my power to restore prestige and pride to my purpose. I archive my power to restore prestige and pride to my purpose. I archive my belief that I must earn honor. I archive my belief that I must earn honor as I am inherently honorable. I archive my belief that I must earn honor as I am inherently honorable. I archive my choice to view every so-called failure as an honorable effort. I archive my choice to view every so-called failure as an honorable effort. I archive my choice to view every so-called failure as an honorable effort. I archive my alignment with divine honor that flows through my being. I archive my alignment with divine honor that flows through my being. I R5 my alignment with divine honor that flows through my being. I R5 my privilege to honor others while honoring myself equally. I R5 my privilege to honor others while honoring myself equally. I R5 my privilege to honor others while honoring myself equally. I R5 my destiny as a journey of grace, dignity, and divine honor. I R5 my destiny as a journey of grace, dignity, and divine honor. I R5 my destiny as a journey of grace, dignity, and divine honor. Take a deep breath and feel the vibrations and frequency and the consciousness of honor settling into your whole body, in every cell, every fiber, every muscle, every tissue, every organ, every chakra. Take a moment now. Feel the stillness in your breath. Feel the quiet glow of self-respect unfolding from within. Feel that glow spreading through your whole body, aligning you, synchronizing every cell, every muscle, every tissue, every part, every chakra. Feel those vibrations. And as you feel and sense those vibrations within you, and your heart pulsating as you feel it with your hand, just acknowledge that today you have R5'd your honor. You have revived what shame tried to hide. You have recognized that guilt tried to bury. You realigned with what humiliation tried to distort. You reoriented to love instead of fear and repositioned yourself to the consciousness of sacred honor and dignity. Keep breathing in and breathing out. Feel those pulsations and vibrations generating as love from your heart. And as you do so, just be guided that from now, every step I take will be guided by inner honor, not the kind the world says or gives you, but the kind your soul has always known you deserve. And as you come back to the here and now, just remember and tell yourself, no past dishonor can dim a soul that honors itself in truth. I repeat, no past dishonor can dim my soul that honors itself in truth. Breathe in grace. Breathe, breathe in peace. Breathe out grace. Breathe in peace. Breathe out grace. And just say to yourself, IR5, my honor. And when you're ready to come back in the here and now totally, rub your palms together. Rub, massage your face, your scalp, your eyes, your body. Feel grounded with your feet on the floor. And when you feel totally in the here and now, you can open your eyes. Take your time.
Thank you, ma'am. It was a wonderful recitation.
Thank you.
Ma'am, I wanted, repetition of the second last statement once again. No past honor can dim my soul that.
No past honor can dim my soul. What did I write? I had written it down. 1 minute.
That honors itself in truth.
That honors itself in truth.
Okay, thank you so much.
No past dishonor can dim my soul that honors itself in truth.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Yes. Any thoughts, any feelings, any questions, any reactions, any experiences anybody had? Yes, Snigdha?
Hi, ma'am. I joined midway, but it was so. I mean, I know there are no coincidences, so I'm sure I joined at the time that I was meant to.
Yeah.
And I could feel, as you said, feel the vibrations. It was a very nice feeling of feeling the vibrations
Yeah.
of dignity and self honor. So thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. I have a question for all of you. Did you notice that the R5 statements used today had nothing negative in them? In the sense that I R5 my pain, I R5 my unhappiness, or I R5 my sorrow, I R5 my guilt, I R5 my shame. It had none of that. What it had was R5ing the possibilities that we can create in our life. That also needs to be honored, refined, revived, recognized, realigned, repositioned, because it's hiding somewhere inside us. So you see, as I said in my quote, if you read, which I had created on Facebook and Insta, that when a baby falls, when it starts to learn to walk, you don't, sort of criticize him for falling. You encourage him and praise him for walking. And that's what we have to follow. We keep allowing ourselves to remain in the space of unworthiness, shame, humiliation, guilt, loss of self esteem, loss of self respect, and all the other selves, self pride, self awareness, you name it. But we do not, we think that unless we clean that out, it won't work. But we are in an energy space. Frankly, you don't need to do that jhadu pocha all the time. You just need to revive, recognize, realign, reorient to what you want. That's what the universe is asking you. That's what the universe is telling you. Don't live in that pain. Get beyond. Come back to me. I'm there for you to help you, guide you. Yes, there will be steps that can maybe be a little difficult at that particular point in time because, as per the divine plan, probably you're supposed to go through it. That's okay. We know all this. You see, theoretically, everything sounds good, but everybody says, you don't know what I'm going through. Yes, we don't know. But we definitely want to know what you are becoming because that will show your courage. See the admiration that will come in other people's thinking and eyes that, my God, we know she went through so much. Look at her. So, what is happening? They are also radiating those positive thoughts about you, which is an energy that is reaching out to you again, making you empowered more. But if they are going to keep saying, poor thing, she's going through so much, she has such a tough life, she's always crying. I understand why she's crying, but poor thing, poor thing, poor thing. The universe hears that only. And when the universe hears that, what does it do? So, aha, so she's supposed to remain a poor thing. Let's keep her like that. Look at that seed that is dumped inside the earth in total darkness. Can't see anything, can't breathe. I mean, okay, I'm just saying it as a metaphor. It's dumped inside. But does it think, okay, poor me, look at me, I've been dumped in the garbage, there are so many stones, there are so many hurdles, there are so many creatures who are, who can eat me up, etc. No, it knows its purpose. It knows that it has to fight through all this and get out there to reach its own light. That's the best example I can give. Yes, the universe keeps providing it with the water, with sunshine, which is guiding you. I'm there. Come out. You can come out. And the water resources are things around us which we don't see. Sometimes some seeds which grow in the desert, they don't even have water. But they come out. So what if they come out as cactus? That's their form. That's the way they're supposed to be. Because that is their protection. That is their shield. That is their aura. But they're filled with water inside. And what do? They provide water to people who want to drink it, who have no water on the way. You know that, no? Cactus has water inside it. So when people who are stuck in the desert, they break the cactus, and that, watery substance that is there helps them. Everything has a purpose. Even those cactus with all its, what do you call it? What do you call it? Kata? I'm forgetting the word instantly. Even that has a reason for being the way it is, but still be generous enough to take care of all of us. So even in R5, I would recommend that stop yourselves from living in the negative of the emotion that is hurting you and get beyond, because your honor, your self-esteem, your dignity, your worth is much more beyond. Yeah. Wow, I've given a big lecture today. I don't know why, but I just felt it happened. Any things that you'd like to share on this? We still have time today. Thank you,
Yeah,
Sri.
I just want to say thank you. I think I needed to hear this example that you gave with respect to the seed and the cactus. So much of change has happened in my life suddenly over the past month, and this was a great example and a reminder for me to, you know, keep this
Yes, Divya, see the changes
moving.
keep happening. Absolutely. I
Yeah,
agree with you. And you know what? Why don't you draw a poster of the seed and the cactus and everything and keep it at your work table? Keep looking at it every
I
day.
I
And
I will. It's amazing. I will do this.
great, great. No, it is a fact, I keep telling everyone all the time that nature is our biggest teacher. And again, the universe has provided us this nature for us to learn
Yeah.
from it, but we don't. We just don't. Every lesson that we have is out there written in nature for us. We just have to read it.
Mm.
We just have to open our minds to know that every lesson is coming from there. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I've given an example much earlier. Maybe you've not heard it, but okay, another example. I go for my morning walks in a little forest area that I have near my house. It's a created forest, of course. But over there, there have been a couple of trees that have been, I think, either struck by storm or maybe they have not been chopped up, but they had fallen. So, they were mangled and some part of it was attached and the old trunk is just lying there. And one fine day, what do I see? That from that portion that was lying there are shoots coming out. So, the survival instinct that no matter what circumstances I'm going to survive. Those shoots coming out was such a lesson. And honestly, some thoughts were going on in my mind at that time that what the hell am I going through? What is life? What is this? What is that? Not now, earlier. And I looked at that plant, I looked at that tree trunk, and it just happened. My hands just went in a acknowledgement. I said, thank you so much. I got my lesson. And no matter what happens, no matter what trauma strikes you, no matter what happens in your life, you can still come out of it. You can survive. So, as I said, nature is the biggest teacher. We have to see, look at it actually, and see where the lessons are coming from. Yeah. Thank you, Divya, for sharing this. But I'd love to see your poster, what you make of, the tree and the cactus.
Yeah,
And
it's crossed my mind that once I do it, I'll share it with you.
surely it'll be lovely. Yes. Anybody else would like to say? We have time today. You can chat if you want to.
Beautiful, ma'am. I mean, I'm always at awe when you keep talking. No, I feel like just keep hearing, and everything is so easy, effortless, and fun. That's what I feel. I mean, masters and the universe is guiding us through you so beautifully that we are like in whatever situation or whatever happy, sad, or whatever it is, it makes so much of sense. To imbibe that and to keep that faith in ourselves
Yes.
every time you come up with such incredible topics. I mean, the way you put across with affirmation, I'm just awestruck. Like I'm not telling it just for the sake of it. I believe it, and I just thank you, ma'am. I just have to say this. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful.
Sri, you make me you make me feel, I mean, you treat me like a fan would treat Shah Rukh Khan. So thank you for that.
Ma'am, the day I don't have to tell you this because I know it's just coming to my mind. The day I started listening to your lucid reading, or couple of like a year back or something, I had that instant angel connect, where masters are answering everything through you, and that is when I don't know, I could feel that. So that is, I don't know, maybe I've told you in some of the recordings earlier. I still feel that because whatever it is, some things you can go back and listen. I have the YouTube recordings or whatever. It's so amazing and it's helping so many people. I would always say that, go to the YouTube recordings, just listen to it. Half of your life problems will be solved if you actually practice that. So,
No, thank you so
thank
much,
you, ma'am. Thank you
Tejasvi.
so
That is so kind of you. But remember, people, all this guidance and guided, life that, a service that I am offering, why is it happening? It's only happening thanks to Radical. That has made me also so aware that, look, Aarti, you have so much to give to the world, right? So it is, yes, guided, and there is nothing else. I mean, we all read certain, maybe religious scriptures, or we are inclined spiritually and we follow some gurus, etc. Fine. But what has Radical done? It has just literally transformed, it has sculpted us. At least for me, I can say that. You may say I have wisdom. Of course, the wisdom will come with the number of years that I have lived my life, right? But with that wisdom, to understand whatever happened in even my life and where I am today. I mean, I'm in bliss. Why? Thanks to Radical. I know what it means, to dignify yourself, to live with integrity, to honor yourself. The only thing is, Radical is trying to tell you that you may listen to all this, which I have simplified for you, what other spiritual leaders or scriptures are saying. Apply it. Apply it in your life. And, above all, we are talking of Radical, but Radical couldn't happen if it wasn't for Atman. And we have to actually graciously acknowledge Atman every time. At least I am so grateful every morning. I just say one word, thank you, Atman, nothing more. But that is enough. I don't need to look up my book to see what is the guidance today. It's Atman who has brought it for us in this world. She made it happen. Look at the blessing for the universe, for the people. And now we have to carry it forward. How? First, by changing ourselves, reorienting, realigning, repositioning ourselves. Once we start doing that, see how your world changes. See how things start happening around you. Oh my God, I'm sounding like a lecture today. Sorry. Yeah. So anybody else would say something? Let me just read the chat. Yeah. Morning, Seema. Morning, Saifa. Thank you, Usha. Thank you, Pratiksha. Sagri, thank you. Seema, thank you. Ramandeep, thank you. Thank you, Sri Vidya. Yeah. All right. Anybody else would like to share some experience or some thoughts? Look, it's not a lecture. Anybody would like to add from their perspective some learning? I'd love to hear that. Otherwise, we close the session today. Okay, so thank you very much, all of you. Wish you well. Have a great day and see you tomorrow. Bye bye.